that song in 2 weeks. Carolyn Baldwin is here to talk about gardens and gardening. And I mentioned earlier, this was the one segment I missed last week. It was Tuesday morning. I was waking up in New York thinking, oh, man, I'm not going to see Carolyn today.
But if you would have had your computer or something, you could have listened online.
You know, I tried, and I had my Kindle, and it
wasn't coming in real good.
Well, 'cause here's what it is. In the hotel, they have free Wi-Fi.
Right.
But for $9, you can get better Wi-Fi. So I said, how much better could it be?
Right.
Well, apparently the free one is really basic.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get anything to stream. And
right.
I could see text and things like that,
But to listen or to stream, that's how they're going to get you. You're not going to watch your own movies.
Yeah, right.
unless you're paying extra.
Yeah. So the $9 a day, I opted to not do. And
right. Oh, well.
But I could have gone downstairs, and I didn't kind of find this out until too late.
Oh, downstairs was better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, near the restaurant, or near they have a breakfast area, so I could have gone there.
Okay, right.
So how are you?
Good.
I wanted to tell you one thing about New York
What's that?
City, though. You know, I really haven't. I've been there, but I really haven't spent a lot of time there since I was basically a kid.
Right.
I swear there are more greenery. There's more greenery, more gardens. I think they've really made a big effort in the past 30 years or whatever. Yeah,
probably at least the last 20.
To add gardens and flowers and plants. It's a much prettier city than it was when I was a kid.
Streetscapes.
Yes. There's a whole old what do you call it? Old railroad line, an elevated railroad.
Okay.
Part of the subway system. That's a garden. It's like a linear garden.
That they've removed tracks in that area?
Actually, the tracks are still up there.
Okay.
But they're like embedded in the concrete, so you don't trip on them.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's
There's gardens up there, flowers up there.
And if you get on top of some of the hotels and other high rises, I'm sure you're finding them up on top there too.
Because
I think there's dining.
Yes,
up above,
Robin
where of
went
course
to
you're going to have some of that.
So I just thought it was they're making a concerted effort. Is that what you want to say? To just add gardens all over the city.
Because we have learned that that the concrete and asphalt and everything like that just isn't really that healthy.
Well, even in Ocala, I mean, I know it's been a long time here too since we started doing the what are those trees called again? The
crepe myrtles. Yeah.
When they started doing that, the city really changed. And what was that city I went to with Robin? We did a gig, Lakeland, I think it was.
Could be.
Yeah, and they did the same thing.
Right.
Their tree of choice was a different one.
I think the tababuya.
Was that the one with the yellow flower?
Yeah, with the yellow flowers. Yellow tababuya. And a lot of areas, and I know it's been oh God, has it been that long ago? I'm going 5, 7, 9, 10 years ago, when a lot of the median projects came in, that down the DOT, Department of Transportation, and things like that, all getting involved in this kind of stuff of just where we're realizing that. I don't know if we had to finally come back to a realization that green growing things make a healthier community. That planting, just not just having grassy medians where they purposefully allow them to overgrow over time, because that will slow a vehicle down.
Okay.
If they cross that median.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
That
Oh, wow.
slant down into the centers to take stormwater off and down in through, that they can run stormwater grates and things like that unobtrusively, but also, you allow that grass to to grow. It will, if you hit real thick grass, it's going to slow your vehicle down.
Right.
But also when they start planting things, yes, that's going to slow your vehicle down too. But it also makes it prettier. The roadside wildflower programs that have gone up. If you drive down 301, in areas. You get down, I want to say Leesburg, Tavares. I guess Tavares it was. I used to go all the way down to Mount Dora when I worked with Bear years ago. And some of the median strips in town were just some of the prettiest things you'd see.
And in a place known as an asphalt jungle, New York City, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but it just feels like maybe the people are a little friendlier because there's more greenery. I don't know.
I think greener open spaces. Green spaces where you can go, a picnic bench, a bench with a tree and some grass, and overlooking a walking trail can brings some comfort or some time to sit and meditate, whatever you want to do, clear your head. Take that phone call, but you're not paying attention to the noises behind you, maybe.
Right.
Trees. I mean, that's why we bring greenery inside, not just to filter air, but it does.
Well, look at that one little plant in this room, and that one little plant really makes a difference, especially with a pink flamingo sticking in it.
The pink flamingo there, it sure does. And that plant has grown wonderfully since it moved here to from the Cascades.
Yeah. Wow, because you saved it.
Yeah.
You and Robin.
It's many a
saved
years
it from my coffee waterings, which everybody swore up and down I was putting creamer in it, but I wasn't.
Oh, we had fungus gnats galore in there before, but it's happy and healthy now. But no, plants, like you say, New York City, other major cities as well have if they've had an area where maybe buildings have been torn down due to decay and things like that. Sometimes instead of rebuilding them, they have put in parks or green areas. They've encouraged community gardens in some of these areas where you can, the folks from the neighborhood can come in and plant, whether or not it's vegetables or flowers. Sometimes it's just a flower garden going through there. There may be fruit trees and things like that, but it's anytime you can put some green in, it's a good thing.
And the phone lines are open, and we have a call. I'm so sorry I made somebody wait. Good morning. You're on the air. Thank you for calling.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. The Highline Park in New York City was not a subway. It was the old New York Central freight line that went down to the meatpacking district in South Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
All along 10th Avenue, there used to be several meatpacking venues where cattle would come in from the west and be slaughtered and turned into hot dogs and hamburgers and whatnot right down there on 10th Avenue in New York City.
I didn't know that. I thought it was part of the subway line. Okay. Well, anyway,
it's still part of the train line.
It's real pretty, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
thank you, Jim.
Have a good day.
And this is not garden related, but you know what they have when you go there? They have a sign that says, "Do not give money to panhandlers."
Wow.
And then a Buddhist, I don't know what the priest is in the Buddhist religion, but a Buddhist, whatever, says a real monk would never do that or something like that. And so I'm thinking, what? Do they have guys up there pretending to be monks asking for money? I don't know.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, there was some kind of a statement from the city, do not give panhandlers money. And then another statement from an upper person in the Buddhist religion.
Says that someone from the Buddhist religion would not be asking for money.
Basically.
So if you find someone he's from the church. No, he's not.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, however.
It also says don't pick the flowers.
Don't pick the flowers. Same way with us when they have the wildflowers out there. And you'll see it in the springtime, summertime. Trying to think of when I've seen most of it. When the gaillardia and things like that are blooming out, and sometimes the medians, you'll see the phlox. What? Oh, well, it looks like we got to go to break.
Yeah. I'm having too much of a good time. All right.
We'll be right back.
All right, we'll be right back. I see the phone light up, so we'll take calls, and we'll be right back. We've got weather, and I want to ask you how the storm did in your in your world of gardening. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Tuesday, variable clouds, a shower in spots and breezy, high 79 to 84. And then Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, a brief shower or two near the coast with a low of 65 to 73. Wednesday, breezy with intervals of clouds and sunshine, a shower in spots mainly in the afternoon, high 83 to 87. And Thursday, sun and some clouds, a shower in spots near the coast with a high of 84 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Benefab offers you increased mobility and reduced pain in 3 weeks or less, guaranteed when using their products. To find out how, tune in on Wednesday at 7:35 a.m. during AM Ocala Live to listen to owner and designer Kat Chrysostom telling the story of developing her business from scratch and how these products have helped thousands of people. Plus, answering your questions live. All of that coming up this Wednesday, October 12th at 7:35 a.m. right here on The Source, WOCA.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
This is the beat of a normal heart. Now this is the beat of a heart of someone who just snorted or injected or smoked methamphetamine. Why? For a high. And this is what happens to that normal heartbeat. It's irregular, it's racing, it's why it's called speed, and it can do bizarre things to our heads. It can make us aggressive and violent. We can start hallucinating and end up doing some serious damage to people. Call 1-888-8-NO-METH today for more information on methamphetamine. That's 1-888-8-NO-METH.
A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free Florida and America.
All right, 67 degrees. Temperatures today only reaching 80 degrees. That's not anything we're complaining about. Are you? You'd like the cool?
It's a little cool.
Oh,
I mean, it's
really?
a nice change. My hands are. I'm wearing long sleeves.
Oh, I thought you were going to say gloves. No,
long sleeves. I had long sleeves on all day
felt
yesterday.
really
too.
good last night.
It did. It's just first little cold. It feels good. You know, I mean, it's
First one, right?
It's refreshing. It's letting you know that yes, it is October.
Yeah, I know.
No,
it feels, I don't know. I like it.
Just a reminder.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning, Carol Ann.
Good morning.
Carol Ann, I have some azaleas that I would either throw away or like to dig up and move.
Okay.
What's the best way to move them and not purposely kill them?
Okay, if you want to move them, you're going to move them from an inappropriate location to a better. Well, but from to a better location. I mean, they're still going to. Do you know which variety they are? They're going from shade to shade, or they're in the shade and they should be in the sun. They're in the sun. They need to be in the shade.
I have no idea. They've been in the shade for 30 years. They were 2 foot high when I bought the house, and they're still 2 foot high.
Oh, then they were probably planted wrong.
Rid of them.
They were probably possibly planted wrong, or they were just that's a super dwarf there. And that's been a long time. I don't think the Encores of the Sun ones have been around for that long. I would probably wait until we've had a first good cold. Not this, right now, this will slow down any growth and things like that. I would wait till after first frost and then do them. You'll get less plant shock and, obviously no need to trim them. You're going to look at cutting or digging the hole just outside what the canopy of the bush is. So if they're only 2 feet across, you're only pretty much digging just a little bigger than a 2-foot section out.
Right.
So.
All right. So wait till after the frost.
Wait till after the frost. And actually, when you dig them up, I mean, take a look. If you pull them up, if you get that shovel in there and you say they've been in there that long, but if you dig them up and they pretty much look like a wound up root ball, and I mean, I'd be surprised that they've actually would live this long, but they may be. And if you're not interested in keeping them, I might not, unless you want to do the work and try to really get some roots worked out. Sounds like they may have just never been quite planted properly.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the call. That's what the show is about. If you want to call in and ask a question or just have a conversation with Carol Ann, that's great. The number is 352 622-9622. And Carol Ann's show is a full hour show, so we've got another 40 minutes, and just love this hour every Tuesday.
It's always a good one.
It is a good one. Hope it's good for you, too.
Oh, it is. I enjoy doing the show. People always go, "You don't get paid for this?" I said, "No, but it's fun."
Oh, my gosh. It's such a great volunteer thing that you do. I mean, for all of us. I mean, not just because I'm sitting here. If I was driving around every Tuesday, I'd be tuned in.
Well, and this show some people who might be new to the area within, say, the last 10 years of just when I've pretty much been on, don't realize that this show has been on for 30 plus years. I mean, Jim Phillips, county extension agent years ago, over 20 years ago, because David Holmes has been here 20 years. But he had the show. Suzanne Sheffett, came through, and she pretty well did it for several years. And then I came on board. It's just sort of one that has continued, just with a different host or hostess. Right. And hopefully it'll just continue. Sort of as a public service.
It's it's as refreshing as a garden is itself. Put it this way: asphalt is to gardens in New York as politics is to a gardening show on the radio. The gardening show really is like having a garden, an audio garden. We do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
I got a quick question. I've got some squash planted.
Okay.
And just recently, over the last week, in my mother's garden, in my garden, we live on the same 5 acres. We each have a small vegetable garden. We've recently had something get into our squash. Just when they're starting to bloom, they're not eating the blooms off or anything like that. They're actually just cutting the stalk off down at the ground and kind of leaving the plant. So I didn't know if you had any ideas if these would be rabbits, if they would do that, or
if it's the plant is just tipped over there and the stalk is cut off.
That's it.
Okay, and is the stalk less than, say, pencil thickness around when they're doing this?
A little bit bigger than a pencil. Like I said, they've started to get blooms on them, and even had a little 1 or 2 inch squash already developed on them.
Okay, because I'm thinking if it's just about at ground level, it's a cutworm.
It is?
It's cutworms.
Really?
Yeah. Get down underneath there. I bet you find them curled up in a C shape. Right underneath or within the top 2 inches of soil, and you will find them under there. What you can do, we've done it with tomatoes and peppers and things like that, is you do the collar either with the empty paper towel or toilet tissue piece, the roll cut in half, or you can take a matchstick or other twig and plant it right beside the stem when you put it in, because if they can't get their bodies all the way around it to hold on, they can't chew it. Just different little things, like that to deter them. If you're not, to try to get a pesticide, and many people don't want to put a pesticide, especially if it's beginning to flower, down. That's going to penetrate the ground. It's it's kind of tough to find one that's going to work like that. But you get scratching around under there where that plant has fallen off. He probably hasn't gone far. Just take your little cultivator fork and see whether or not you find them up underneath there.
I've been calling them squash beavers. I had no idea what would do that.
Yeah, that would be a cutworm, and they will go after pretty much anything, and they'll go down the line on things. I mean, they don't move real fast because they're a caterpillar underneath there.
Well, thank you so much for the information. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm going to go home and play in the dirt a little bit.
There you go. Well, good luck with it.
That's fun. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
You're welcome. The number again is 622-9622. If you're out of the area code is 352. So 352-622-9622.
And that's it.
Do you know? I'm sorry. Phone question. If you're here, living here, but your cell phone has an out of the area, what do you call it? Area code. Like Dan has a 407 area code. Does he have to dial 352 while he's in the 352 area?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I think most of the time, anytime I put somebody's phone number in my phone, I add the 352.
But with the cell phones, we don't put the one. I know this is.
We don't have to do the one. I know.
I'm just like old fashioned and everything.
I don't know why we don't have to put the one with cell phones.
Just one on the landline, right?
Yeah, right. Who knows? I don't know. Technology. As we're getting in, now that we have this cooler weather, and unfortunately, I mean, even the sky looks like fall. All those clouds.
Does today, yeah.
Yeah, even yesterday did. It was mostly cloudy yesterday, which kind of probably keeps us cooler. You got to think of, we're still in a crossover time on those fall annuals when you're looking at flowers. But your fall vegetables, you can probably, you're going to get ready to start putting those in. I think now that we've had this little bit of cold, I don't think we're going to get back to that August temperatures. I mean, yes, we're still going to have mid-80s, but that's normal for us to get to that low to mid, 85, 86 degrees with these cooler nights is what we'll be looking at, and starting whether or not you're going to start them yourself in little peat pots or buying little starter plants of your cabbage and broccoli, cauliflower. Your greens, I just start them right out in the garden. The seed is so fine, just go through a little thin line. If you want to, there's all kinds of different seed applicator kind of things that you could use to try to space them out. Once they're up a couple inches, thin them all out. You can always make another row with those kind of things with your greens, your collards, your mustard, turnip greens, things like that. And, get that fall garden going, and you get all your nice winter greens this time of year.
And you do have another phone call. Good
great.
morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning. I hope you haven't just been talking about Christmas cactus, because I was all set to listen to you and something came up and I missed half the show already.
No, I haven't. What do you have? What's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Oh, okay. First of all, my Christmas cactus is humongous. I mean, it's probably 3 feet across.
My.
And it didn't bloom last year.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, can I cut it back to make it smaller? Will that harm it? And also, I think you have a tonic for that.
Well, I don't have any tonics for them, but I would not cut it back now. Just because it is coming into the plants know when it's winter time. It's by day length. More than likely, the reason it did not flower for you is that Christmas cactus, and we need. I should have been talking about this a few weeks ago. When it's dark out, like right now, it's starting to get dark at 7:30 in the evening. Sunrise isn't till 7 o'clock in the morning. That plant needs to be in a dark room that same length of time. So you don't want it sitting in the same room that you're going to sit and watch television or read a book with a lamp on, because it tricks it. It doesn't think it's dark out, and so it does not put itself into a bud setting, a flower setting mode. I wouldn't push a whole bunch of fertilizer on it. We don't water those that often. You might give it one little last dose of just a cactus fertilizer, or if you just happen to have like a Miracle Grow, use it very lightly, very sparingly. Now and then, not again until springtime. But what they need to bloom at Christmas or near the Christmas time is darkness when it's dark outside.
Okay. And then come spring, I can cut it back.
Come spring, you could go ahead and cut it back, yeah. And you would just cut it. You just break it off where the leaves separate at the leaf joints, and you can start all kinds of new plants.
I wish I had some place to put them. I would, because
we got to take a little break.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton campaigning in the key battleground state of Florida today.
Clinton and Al Gore will be in Miami later today at a community college in Kendall. But the issue everybody's still talking about is Sunday night's debate and the issue of sexual assault and that infamous videotape that got Donald Trump into some trouble.
Adam Shapiro with the Fox Business Network, the GOP nominee, defiant about that leak tape.
They want to release more tapes. saying inappropriate things. We'll continue to talk about Bill and Hillary Clinton doing inappropriate things.
Meanwhile, the Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan saying he's not going to campaign with Trump. Samsung discontinuing its production of the Galaxy Note 7 smartphone permanently because of consumer safety issues, and students at a Vermont high school returning to class for the first time since 4 students and another member of the community were killed by a driver going the wrong way on an interstate. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Napa know-how. When wipers go like this, it's actually a cry for help. To put those gnarly bits of rubber out of their misery, go to Napa and grab a pair of Napa Pro Former wiper blades for $3.99 per blade. Because haven't those old blades suffered enough? The answer is yes. Napa Pro Former wipers, $3.99 per blade. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 11/13/16.
America is taking the lead in energy,
leading the world in oil and natural gas production.
I vote to keep it going.
With the right policies, we can produce, refine, and supply
more oil and natural gas.
And more abundant energy
means more affordable energy for American families.
A more secure America.
Jobs,
opportunity, and economic growth for our children
and grandchildren.
That's why this election,
I'm voting
for American energy.
Learn more at voteforenergy.org.
Join us and become an energy voter.
Brought to you by American Petroleum Institute.
There's nothing like driving through your hometown, the familiar sights and sounds of your community. As your hometown bank, Florida Credit Union can make that ride even smoother. Let us start up an auto loan for your new ride, or refinance your current auto payments today. No waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online.
Danny Werfel here. Look how easy Florida Credit Union's made it to drive a new car.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. More info at www.flcu.org.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
There's a car accident in this country every 5 seconds. That's why Allstate thinks it's time for an entirely different kind of car insurance, with features like accident forgiveness and a safe driving bonus. It's called Your Choice Auto, and it's only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
You deserve better. Sign up for Your Choice Auto from Allstate. Call the McDonald Agency today at 622-2333.
Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson with Verizon. Do you have teenage drivers or elderly parents that drive? I have what you need. It's the new Hum device by Verizon. Plugs directly into your car and sends alerts to your cell phone on the location, speed, and driving habits. And you set boundary alerts. You can call and speak live with an ASC certified mechanic. And if you have an accident and can't respond, Hum will automatically send for help. All this and more for just $10 a month. And if you're in Marion County, I'll even deliver and set it up for free. Call me 352-528-0020.
Howdy, folks. For over 4 decades, we at Dairy Queen have been proud to serve our customers with the finest and freshest cook-to-order quick-service comfort foods in the world. For instance, our new Philly steak and cheese sandwiches with grilled peppers and onions on an artisan focaccia bread bun. So steaming hot and yummy you won't believe it. We also added seasoned potato skins filled with queso cheese and bacon. Wow, they're tasty. So come on down to Dairy Queen at Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
FlySanford.com, Orlando Sanford International Airport. We are SFB. Simpler, faster, better.
Visiting friends and family or just looking for some fun? Book your vacation now to one of their nonstop destinations, including Amsterdam, Brussels, Mexico City, San Juan, as well as over 70 domestic destinations, including New Orleans.
For enjoyable travel, come to Orlando Sanford International Airport. We are SFB. Simpler, faster, better. Before you fly, FlySanford.com.
25 minutes before 10 o'clock, 66 degrees. Today's high 80, tomorrow's high 83, Thursday's high 84, Friday's high 85. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday highs of 84. So it looks like we're not even hitting 90 anymore.
No, we're in the fall.
No, we're in the fall. It's just good. I'm glad about this.
Enjoy it.
Do you know what you said a few weeks ago? that I have heard so many people say they heard you say it and they never knew it before.
Okay. What's
they
that?
said, I never knew that the pumpkin used for pumpkin pie was a different pumpkin than the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, it's usually, yeah.
And you said that, but when you say something that people respond to,
right.
then you know how many people are listening to the show.
Listen, yeah. And it is a different pie. If you ever notice, I mean, when you look in the supermarket and you're looking for a jack-o'-lantern, it's going to be a nice, great, big pumpkin, and there's a gigantic thing. Yeah. And actually, when you carve it open, it actually has a lot of seed area, a lot of hollow area, and a say a 2-inch thick wall. Well, when you get the little pie pumpkin, he's maybe the size of a basketball, soccer ball. I think it's a little smaller than basketball kind of thing. And that seed cavity is going to be much smaller, and you should have a thicker meat in there, a thicker flesh.
When you get a
and the sweetness, the sugar contents, I think, are higher in those little ones than the.
Because to me, like a pumpkin spice anything doesn't taste anything like a pumpkin smells.
No, pumpkin is a squash. It's kind of bleh. It's the spice, the seasoning. You're after the nutmeg and the allspice and the cinnamon and those kind of things.
Is that what it is?
is what you're after. And it's like, if you want that, just go get it out of your cupboard and put it. It's just, no.
You ready for another phone call?
Sure.
Good morning. You're on there with Carol Ann.
Good morning. I love going into Publix and other stores and seeing all kinds of pumpkins all over. But right now, my local Publix has got pumpkins that look like they have warts.
Yeah, the gourds.
And what are they?
Yeah,
they're a gourd. They're a gourd. Which the gourds and the pumpkins. Gourds usually, to the best of my knowledge, gourds really are not edible. They're more decorative. They will last through all the holidays to make pretty decorations. Some of them look like turban caps. Is actually what one of you get the turban gourds, they're different shaped gourds, and really they're just for decoration.
Well, it's fascinating.
They are.
Enjoy your show.
Thank you. Yeah, the different sizes, shapes, and colors, even because you get whites and greens, yellows, shades of orange, all in the different shapes. It's pretty neat.
I've often. I'm glad she asked that because I never knew what they were either. So what do you do with those?
What do you do with
things?
those? Most of them are just they're just for decoration.
We have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Yeah. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Hey.
See, the last program I asked you about, I was going to make a pumpkin pie with real pumpkins, and you educated me. And since then, I've been to the store, and I see the pumpkin pies or pumpkin for pumpkin pies. They're real little guys.
Yeah.
And they're in a kind of a different spot in the store in the vegetable department. But so that's the pumpkin pie pumpkin, and I'm going to eventually go get myself a couple. And they look a little more greener than the regular pumpkin, but I guess that's okay.
Well, yeah, they should all be ripe. I mean, usually I was, excuse me, I was going to actually ask, were they darker orange? Because the ones I've seen actually looked more, say, new basketball orange, that darker orange, than the light orange of a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin that we think of.
Yeah. See, how did you get through the hurricane? Now, you live west of 75, right?
Actually, I'm a little bit east of 75. We did all right, just little twigs and stuff like that down. Had one limb in the driveway that took the axe to bust that one up, but mostly just little limbs. My daughter, on the other hand, she lives a couple miles down. Again, mostly twigs and all. She went it without power for 20, almost 24 hours, 20 hours. And she ended up at the last 8 hours was the only house in the neighborhood who didn't have power, which was very frustrating. But she's got one tree coming down, but it's still stuck. But it was a dead one we knew needed to come down, and we were watching it the whole time. But no damage, so we came out good. Of course, there's branches and flower beds and all that still, a few more that need to be getting out of there. But other than that,
over here in Silver Springs, it was basically twigs and leaves and stuff. I had a couple of bigger sized branches that came off the tree, but no big deal. But I was kind of I was glad it wasn't a terrible windstorm, but I was disappointed. We just barely made an inch of rain out of it, and I was hoping to get 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of rain. Not that I want flooding, but we had a very dry summer here on this side of town, and I was digging around a couple weeks ago, and it's not that the ground is not that moist, and all the retention ponds are dried up, So I was just hoping for more rain, but it never happened.
No, we did. Yeah, we really did not get the rain event here in Central Florida. I mean, Florida was protected. God bless those folks over on the coast that got hit real bad. Flagler, St. Augustine, Palm Coast, Daytona, all the way up in the Carolinas got really hit pretty bad. I don't know if for some reason they either weren't paying as much attention to it coming in as what we were. And it's like, okay, we knew about this storm. They should have known about the storm 3 or 4 days out the same way we did. The extra rain would have been nice, especially like you say here at the end of the season, because it does kind of look like our rain chances are really pretty low over the next couple weeks. So let's hope we get a little more rain before we truly enter that dry season. Usually our cold fronts that do come in are ushered in by rain. So I don't want a cold winter, but I could, like you, I could sure see us using some more rain.
Yeah, is there kind of like an official date that ends the rainy season?
No, I don't think there's an official date, but usually it is here October, November. Yeah, at the end of the hurricane season is usually the end of that time, that the way it just changes the way weather systems come down across the country and the way the sea breezes, that when the temperatures are down lower, you don't get that collide of the warm air masses over the state as we do in the wintertime of those, the Gulf and the Atlantic sea breezes coming in, bringing us rain. So now we're dependent upon different sources that bring our rain levels up. And like I said, unfortunately, those usually are what ushers in our cold fronts in once wintertime gets here.
Yeah, technically speaking, we still have not had a landfall hurricane since 2004.
Right. So we better watch out. We were blessed. We were truly blessed.
Thank you.
All right, thanks you. Yeah, this was a good one, and you were going to ask me, how did your place do over there in the park?
First of all, I wasn't there.
Remember? Right, yeah.
And in fact, I was in beautiful weather, watching the Weather Channel, going, "Oh my gosh, everything's happening." I was so worried about Doug because he lives right down the road, and thank God, Robin had Doug in her place.
Okay.
So I can only tell you that it looked like nothing when I got back.
Okay,
it looked like nothing happened. And Robin said basically everything was fine. She checked on the neighborhood a couple times.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and that's all you can do. I mean, it's you were lucky you were away. At least you didn't hear all the wind blowing, all the little twigs hitting the roof or anything. And that Doug was safe. Yeah.
And I didn't have to fear that the tree would fall on me while I was sleeping. So
there you go. That's always a good thing.
We have some prizes today.
We got a heck of a prize package for today.
So
we've got our usual.
Yeah, I want you to tell me about this. I know we got bats in there, which is just 4 foot tall bats or something.
We have the Hang with Giants Florida Bat Festival. It's the largest bats in the world are going to be in Gainesville. And when you look up the website, I mean, these guys are like 4 feet tall. They're like small children. I think Dan called them like the preschoolers.
Give me the website. What's the website? I want to look at them.
Where is it?
Bigbats.com?
I think that, no, that's the info. Where is it? I forget what it was.
Oh, no.
Because we got Lube, Lube, Bat Conservancy. Might be it.
Okay.
Or lube.org.
And how you spell Lub?
Lubee.
Okay.
Bat Conservancy.
Got it. Okay. Let me see what this is. Internship.
No.
Lube.org.
There you go.
Okay. Let me look at lube.org. And where are they? Are they in Gainesville?
They're in Gainesville. There's going to be, and this is Hang with the Giant. This is the Florida Bat Festival, the 12th annual Florida Bat Festival. There's going to be games, music, local foods, bounce houses.
Here's the question: do they eat mosquitoes? I mean, a 4 foot tall animal.
Most of your bats, they're probably a fruit bat.
Oh, fruit.
Yeah.
So if you have them in your neighborhood, they're eating
They're eating all the Yeah, all the fruit. Yeah. A lot of them in South America and things like that is where you find some of these big ones in other countries where they have a lot of the tropical fruits, a lot of forest areas where these fruits grow
the
natural.
Faces are cute,
actually,
yeah.
And we've got two tickets.
Two tickets.
Two tickets, which adults are $8, children 5 to 12 are $5, under 4 are free. But we have 2 tickets to go with this Bob Wines gift certificate. So we got a $20 Bob Wines. We got $16 worth of Hang with the Giants for the Bat Festival. And we've got 4 tickets for the Timberline Farm Corn Maze Festival, which goes on from, we're past the 1st of October, but runs through the 30th. It's at the Timberline Farm in Bellevue. These tickets also have a maximum value of $8 because adult ticket admission is $8. I don't see a children's admission price on that, but this is the 6th annual, and portions of the proceeds benefit St. Teresa's Soup Kitchen and the Marion County Juvenile Detention Center. So this is it goes on every Friday from 4 to 8, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sundays from noon to 8. And that runs through the 30th of October, and we have 4 tickets to that. So you got the family of 4 there for one, something fun to do this month. Right. You've got the Bat Festival on October 22nd,
that sounds
which
cool.
runs from 10 to 4, and you've got $20 to put in some plants from Bob Wine's nursery.
All going to one person.
All going to one person at the end of the program.
And we'll do that, toward the end of the program.
Yeah.
So that's the prize, and we're up to the break, so the last break in the program. So after the break, we'll come back, and then toward the end of the last segment, we'll
give those away.
Figure out a way to give those away. We'll take that break right now and be right back. If you want to call right now or to try to get the tickets, the number is 622-9622. Don't call now for the tickets. Wait till we tell you we're doing that. But you can call at any time to talk to Carol Ann about your garden or your lawn. I think my lawn, I don't have to cut it anymore, right?
You may still need to cut it a couple times.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Tuesday, variable clouds, a shower in spots and breezy, high 79 to 84. Then Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, a brief shower or 2 near the coast with a low of 65 to 73. Wednesday, breezy with intervals of clouds and sunshine, a shower in spots mainly in the afternoon, high 83 to 87. And Thursday, sun and some clouds, a shower in spots near the coast with a high of 84 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Highland Memorial Park is known for being the most beautiful and family-oriented cemetery around. They're continually building eye-catching features that make the park stand out. They also offer a wide variety of pre-planning services to bring peace of mind to your loved ones. With nearly 70% of us being cremated here in Ocala, Highland wants you to be aware of how much money can be saved. A man and wife can save thousands of dollars with cremation and still have a remarkably peaceful and dignified burial. Whether your choice would be in ground or above ground, you owe it to yourself and your family to see how much money, time, and grief you can save by taking care of this now. Call today to get the answers to your questions and see if cremation is right for you. Call 352-369-1020. That's 352-369-1020. And when you set an appointment and both husband and wife tour Highland, we'll give you a gift certificate to the Brooklyn Backyard Restaurant. Call Highland today, 352-369-1020.
10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Caroline Baldwin is here. And, of course, this is In the Garden with Caroline. We got some prizes at the end of the thing. You know, okay, so I had, when I was in New York, I went to a restaurant with Alex, and it was more like being in Gainesville than in New York. Because it was all young college kids.
Yeah.
And it was a healthy place, okay?
Oh,
so I said, I'll take the falafel or whatever it was called.
Right.
I said, what is that exactly? And she said, well, it's like squished chickpeas. So I said, okay, whatever it is. It was good, actually.
Right,
It was good. Okay. So what the heck is a chickpea? What is that?
Chickpeas are garbanzo beans. It's what we...
Oh, it's the same thing?
Same thing.
Garbanzo bean and chickpea?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Those big white things that you...
Yeah.
Oh, that's a chickpea, really?
Which they make hummus out of.
Which I don't like hummus.
Right, but you like...
But I like this thing, whatever she gave me. Whatever
it was
had cucumbers in it, I know that.
Just different, and again, I think...
And you know, instead of a
had
roll, instead of bread, it was wrapped up in collard greens, I think.
In a green sleeve?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, you're holding a leaf.
Low carb.
Yeah.
Or no carb.
I guess that was the idea, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times those little niche-y kind of things are good. Probably made you, that made your tummy grumble later. Go, wow, I ate too healthy.
Yeah, right. Where's the Twinkie? I need a Twinkie.
Give me a Twinkie fix.
Hurry up.
Stat.
So okay,
two Twinkies. Stat.
So the bat conservative. I was looking at the pictures. You have a flying fox. They look like foxes. I mean,
right? Yeah.
So isn't God amazing? That's amazing.
And I mean, these are the giant bats. And I mean, here locally, the ones you're going to see flying around here, it's usually the little southern brown bat. A little teeny things,
what do you call
really. Southern brown bat.
Brown bat, okay.
Yeah, and they're little. They might have a wingspan of I don't know, a foot or so, but maybe a foot. But
how big are these?
Little.
How big is the wingspan of these 4-foot bats?
I don't know. If they're 4 foot, they got to have a wingspan probably of you figure.
Wow.
I'm 5 feet tall.
I mean, that would be. I mean, gosh, you'd be frightened if you saw that flying overhead.
Flying toddler.
Where do these? They don't fly around here. I've never seen them.
No, I don't. No, I think these are just.
Do you know I've never seen flamingo? I mean, I've seen them in like Busch Gardens. I've never seen a flamingo flying overhead.
Not this far north. I think you will find them down in South Florida. But there's certain areas you got to be
where they actually fly overhead. You see them fly like
I've seen them like in a park. I mean, not just in
Busch Gardens.
Not Busch Gardens, but I mean I'm trying to think of where I was at.
In a natural environment?
A little more of a natural area. Not in the.
But it's Florida's symbol.
It's the Florida lottery symbol. It's a
no,
50s throwback to
the flamingo has been a Florida symbol before the lottery. Yeah. But you don't find them anywhere.
They're all south, way south. I don't think there's probably not.
What bird would really be a better bird? I mean, that's a pretty bird, so I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. But what is the more appropriate, not authentic?
I would say blue heron.
Yeah,
the great blue heron.
Yeah, you see them all over the place.
They're all over. They're a majestic.
Okay.
I say water bird.
Is the flamingo the state bird? Do you know? Let me look it up.
I don't know what our state bird is.
I will look it up. Florida state bird.
We're gonna find out real quick. A few weeks back, and I'll try to get into this. Hopefully, I know we still have time to plant strawberries in Florida. Strawberries are going to start coming in for Florida into the stores.
Mockingbird, by the way.
Probably. Oh, okay, the mockingbird.
Mockingbird, yeah.
Probably in another 6 or 8 weeks, we'll probably start seeing Florida strawberries starting to come in. It's not too late to plant strawberries in Florida. It's hard to find plants for strawberries. And I know we had a caller a couple months ago, and I was supposed to get on this, and I did. I just keep forgetting to bring it up when we're on the air. But maybe I'll get a little better information, and we'll start a little earlier on it. But there are a few varieties that we'll do, and if you're going to mail order for them because you want to plant more and more, of course, the more you buy, the better the savings. So if you want to get in with friends or family or something like that who all want to order plants, that's going to be your better way to go. Because just looking at one variety, which apparently is one that's supposed to be pretty good for us, besides the festival, or the Sweet Charlie has kind of come out of some of its favor because it's a softer berry. But the festival, this one's called Camarosa, and they sell for either 98 cents a piece if you're going at lots of 25, which that's the minimum you can buy. Otherwise, you're going at lots of 50, 100, and on up. And if you're getting up to, like, say, 1,000 of them, they're going to be 49 cents a piece. 50 of them, they're going to be 85 cents a piece. So you do save if you're ordering more. But if you only need a few, it's still going to cost you. It's still going to cost you $25. I didn't check what the shipping is on them, but it looks like that kind of thing. That if somebody's looking to get, and we'll talk about strawberries a little more. Maybe we'll get something in on some of that in another, in a week or so.
Okay, I'm looking for a question to give away this.
That's what I figured you was doing. And some other stuff. Here it is. We're in the middle of October, and people are wondering. People are asking about the fall annuals, the cool season annuals, and really we are still in that tough time. I mean, the nurseries are starting to ship some of the stuff, but we're not really ready. Our humidity had been too high. Maybe if this weather here starts to hold, where we have, it's 74% humidity, I think is what it said this morning when I looked. But our nighttime temperatures are in the mid 60s. Our daytime highs are up here in the mid 80s. So we're looking at that changeover now to hopefully hold, that we won't be hitting those 85-90% humidity levels, and that the temperatures aren't going to get above the mid 80s, or at least not, when it does, it doesn't stay long. It took a while yesterday to get up to whatever it got to, 82, 84 degrees yesterday, and then soon as it did, the day was nearing its end and the temperature started to go back down. So watch for that. Get ready for them. Amend your beds if you need to. Clean them out real good. Get your weeds out of there. You might pay attention to what pest problems you had last year with these kind of things, and watch that you don't overwater them. People put in plants and suddenly it does hit 85 degrees and they start to wilt. Don't just automatically run out and water them. And I know you got to have a question because we're getting close.
I do have a question.
Great.
I like this question.
All right.
And I was looking for something garden related.
Right.
Okay. Here's the question. What country are Chinese gooseberries from? What country
are Chinese gooseberries from?
If you know the answer, and you can be wrong, and I'll keep you on. I won't hang up on you if you're wrong. You just got to keep guessing. I'll give you hints. I'll try my best because I want to give away these tickets. I want somebody to see the big bats and
go through the Timberland corn maze.
Where's that? Where's the
That's in Bellevue. The corn maze is at Timberline Farm, which they have a website, timberlinefarm.net. They have a phone number for more information as well, 454-4113. But they're at 3200 Southeast 115th Street in Bellevue. And this is open all of October. And so it's good family fun.
Sounds like fun, yeah. Okay, Let's see if we have somebody who's going to answer. Good morning. Do you know where Chinese gooseberries come from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Japan.
No, go south, young man.
I'll let somebody else. Thank you.
You don't want to try? Okay, I was going to try to help him out.
Oh.
Chinese gooseberries are kiwi, it says here. It's just another name for kiwi.
Oh.
I never knew that.
Okay, so there's a hint.
That's a very good hint.
That's a very good hint.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's I don't know. But
should be a hint.
That's more of a hint, huh? Chinese gooseberries are actually kiwi. They're not from China. They're not from Japan. So I can help you out. I told him to go south, so if you look at the map and go, I mean, way south. I mean, a long way south from Japan.
South?
Good morning, do you know?
Australia.
Right next door. Go next door to Australia.
New Zealand?
New Zealand is right. Yes.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You've got it. You've got this. This is cool. You're going to see these big bats, and just don't bring any apples. It sounds like they like fruit.
All right.
Yeah. Do you know where we are?
I do.
Okay. Well, what's your first name?
Jim.
Jim. Is this Jim George?
It is.
Hey, Jim. You got to take it. You got to see the big bats.
That's always interesting.
Oh my gosh! I can't wait to hear. Take a picture of yourself, like a selfie with a bat.
With a bat. Yep.
I will.
All right, they'll be waiting for you, Jim.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
That was fun.
Another good show, Larry.
I missed it last week.
We missed you too. We missed you. We had a good time with Dan, but
I'm sure you
were
did.
missed. Yeah.
All right, we will be back, but Carolyn will be back next week, and maybe more. Oh, I guess the bat thing will be over by then, huh?
Over by then.
Oh well. We'll be back. Thank you, Carolyn.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Donald Trump with some strong words for members of his own party as he continues to push back after a leak tape of him being lewd.
Speaker of the House Paul Ryan said yesterday that he is basically done with Donald Trump. He's not going to defend him. He's not going to campaign with him, prompting Donald Trump to tweet out this morning a warning that perhaps they were going to throw away the White House in trying to preserve the majorities in the House and the Senate.
Fox's John Roberts. Trump and Clinton are both campaigning in Florida today. The governor of North Carolina reporting 3 more deaths in his state from Hurricane Matthew, now blamed for 14 deaths there. And Bluebell Creamery is recalling all of its ice cream products with cookie dough from an Iowa supplier.
There were concerns